Joining me on this edition of State of the State, I am Sunday Kolawole. Today we'll be looking at the issue of incessant road accidents in Nigeria, and we'll be narrowing down the conversation to tackle accidents and other road crashes, especially in Ondo State. We've been joined in the conversation today by the Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRC, in Ondo State, Dr. Samuel Ibitoye. Thank you so much for joining me on State of the State.
Thank you so much.
Now, let me start by commiserating with burned to death in an accident. I know road safety FRC is not also happy when things like this happen. But if you look at it, Dr. Ibitoye, it seems that many of the road crashes lately are attributed to overspeeding and disregard to road safety, road signs. Is it an indication that your officers have not been doing enough as far as on the spot, on the road, enlightenment of motorists is concerned, beyond this booking of a thing?
Thank you so much. It's quite very worrisome, disturbing and disheartening, that occurrence, the one that happened on the 1st of February. That's at Onipetesi, on our Lagos Expressway. It was a very sad one. Nobody expected it. And it's not actually supposed to happen in the first place, because that day was so bright, during the day, not in the night, and the road was not busy, traffic was low, so nobody can just tell what came over the driver, especially that of a GUO bus, who was inbound already coming from Lagos. Okay. He got to a point and diverted to drive against traffic. Okay. So the bus coming from Benry, that's the flight transport company, also did not envisage, like anyone that would have. It was actually a very sad event. For me, I don't usually want to remember it because it's very gory and disturbing. It's only in war times that we have such a thing happening. Even in wartime at times, you see what is happening in Gaza, between Gaza, Palestine, and Israel. You hardly see just 30 people within a second dying. You can say, about 5-10 people lost their life so time. But this is within a jiffy. You lost 30 Nigerians. Yes, to your question. We are doing what we know how to do best. And we will continue to improve on it. Okay. And we will continue also to collaborate. All over the world, enforcement is there to bring people to track. And the next thing is to have a head-on collision with a vehicle coming from Lagos. The story that happened is 13 people died out of 14. That is above enforcement. That has to do with your attitude, your maintenance culture itself. And that is why at times when you see road safety team stopping a vehicle and saying, your tire is expired, your tire is gone. You may say, what concerns road safety about tires? So it now goes to the fact that people, Nigerians, are now seeing road safety as a game of FRC. That's what you want to disabuse in Nigerians. Do not see road safety concept, ideas, as a duty, as a function of FRC. It's a game of everybody. You see a big man or a driver, so to put, who is supposed to use fasten a seatbelt so that every quarter, no, every month, we go around. We have a checklist. We stop you. Many a time people will be agitated. Oh, you want to book? No, we are not booking you. Please calm down. Can you trafficate? That's your blinker. That's your headlamp. Can you match your brake? Is the brake light working? Your wiper? How is it? Can you start the ignition? Let us see. Is it working fine? Anyone that is not good there, we take it. we have a checklist. When he dies, in a road traffic crash, 18 passengers have gone. You can recall what happened at Tony Petesi now. 2 drivers were involved. In that infraction, we lost 28. That's out of 32.
It's an unfortunate incident, Dr.
Yes.
It is an unfortunate incident.
Yes.
But you said I'm a studio person. Of course I am.
Yes.
Very many people
Yes.
in my profession are also studio
Yes.
people. But let's look at this scenario. How about if, while those drivers who are on the road, they were hearing something from their radio in the vehicle cautioning them, courtesy of the FRC. Perhaps the person who drove against traffic would have had everything. Perhaps the passengers would have said, oh, well, you can listen to this. Why do you want to do that?
You are very correct. You are very correct. We generate. We come to you. Please, can you assist us? You are doing marvelously well. I mean, Osrc, most of the programs we're doing, enlightenment we're doing, we're not paying. Just coming as a social thing. But you come with more packages so that this can assist the people. This can assist the indigenes of this Sunshine State. So that when they drive, even after this Ondo State, they will know their right, what they are expected to do. Many are of the notion that once you are in the vehicle, oh, you don't talk. The driver is the one that will be conducted. No. Do not leave your destiny to the hands of a driver. You have a life, and just a life. And you are expected to live it to the fullest. So do not allow your own destiny to be determined by saying perhaps somebody who is not even as sensible as you are. You understand? We have professors, engineers, doctors gone because just a driver school started or that, or you are attended. But that's not to say that we don't take any action. In fact, when I was coming,
it goes to say that Ondo State currently does not have that juggernaut.
Just hold on, please. Let me give it to the government of Ondo State. Government of Ondo State has tow truck that can move trucks. You understand? We are not having the heavy one.
Okay.
But we collaborate with Ministry of Transport, who has tow truck. But I think some of the tow trucks are having some faults for now. I still have a notion that I have an interface with His Excellency, our Governor, you understand, Dr. Loki Ayedatiwa, to discuss that matter with him so that they can put those ones on the road better than before. So that when you have any obstruction on the highway, you can still call on them. I remember, I call it Selike. I discussed with him before coming to this place. Selike has the heavy duty tow truck and a crane. So if there is any issue, I call on Selike. The light tow truck cannot move. I call on Selike, please bring your tow truck. Come and move it for us. And it will move out. Even it's crane, inside a ditch, he would use a crane to move it out. So that obstruction will not be on the highway. So we are collaborating the private and the government alike.
Okay. Talking about tanker accidents, we will quickly have a view of this video package to see what exactly are the issues involved in these tanker accidents before we would come back to talk about what exactly should also be the disposition of FRC officials on the road, the issues of certain people saying that FRC should...
Development is now a grave concern for many Nigerians. Respondents have, however, linked the explosions to prevailing economic hardship.
You know that anything we can call it petrol is very dangerous to human body or to human or to the nation at large still, because the fuel is something that is highly inflammable. They should make sure that they satisfy the citizens in the country so that they will not be eager for having something, for having their daily meal. So by looking for daily meal, they can misbehave. They can do things that is not right.
Analysts also attributed the frequent explosions to a combination of poor road conditions and lack of enforcement safety standards.
The safety and
not comparing the risk they are taking to their life and to other people. You see, they will be rushing there with bucket, plastic, iron, be packing free fuel. And through the process, well, fire may spark from the vehicle that is the accident. And when this fire spark, it consumes a lot of people.
The recurring tanker accidents with its attendant danger in Nigeria are of great concern, with residents calling for stricter measures in fuel transportation and improved road infrastructure to prevent reoccurrence. Blessing Ube.
Opinions highlighted there on safety precautions from this kind of issues. I think a whole lot also needs to be done when it comes to enlightenment of people to know that it's not a hunting expedition going to scoop fuel once there is a tanker accident. What do you think?
Yes, I think we need that one so much. It cannot never be enough. We're going to do it, and I think we are convinced it, and we're going to do it even in this state. We will prepare jingles in respect of that, because such a thing will never tell you that it wants to happen. It can happen anytime, anywhere. Tankers ply roads around here, and there can be any incident, and it's better to a tanker
not to even move close at all.
Move close at all to a tanker explode, because it's a bomb waiting to explode. You understand? So it's quite unfortunate that that conveyed about 45,000 liters. At the end of the day, it got to the bridge. After that bridge, they couldn't move again. Let's say to roll back. And what happened is fire, destroying people. When it happened in 2016, the commercial then and the SDF and that stakeholders called for national summit. In fact, I happened to be in the summit as one of those who were taking minutes and writing the communique. So I saw everybody, the drivers' union, the professors, engineers, all of them, an NPC, the PR, all of them converge on the SDS office to navigate the way forward, and they came up with so many decisions. And it has been happening that way. And
they came up with so many decisions. And that strikes me somehow. Yes. You see, the problem of Nigeria is not
before you go to load. And if there is any issue suspected, you will not be allowed to go and load the product. And that vehicle will be called. But Nigerians, where we have, some will move their vehicle, okay, very good vehicle, move it, sign, okay. Then they move the product out, they go and remove the head, and change to another head. They'll move around to go and cause havoc on the road. So this is one of those things that we're experiencing. What we need more is education, attitudinal change.
Is that the only factor that's responsible for this, or could it also be a question of compromise on the part of officers and experts that you said are always at the depot to also ensure that best practices are adhered to?
No, I'm not trying to absorb anybody to top the tanker.
So that calls for collaboration with other
that is it. And that is what we do.
How well is that happening?
We do that robustly. Okay. Robustly. I want to tell you, I think on the 17th of December, yes, in this office, when you had a mobile court, the police, yes, Scorpion, anti-cultism, was there with us, as approved by the then CP. The NDLA was there, and we are there to do what? To check if there are drugs in the vehicles. Okay. The correctional service was also there with the agreement. Yeah, if there is any issue, the magistrate is fine. Okay, this one is proving this. Take this one to look at that. They were there, ready, armed, one. So we collaborate robustly. We have, in fact, that of Ondo State is unparalleled. I've worked in so many states, but the collaboration amongst security agencies in Ondo State, I think, is something others should emulate. Okay. Yeah. My case is police case. Police matter is my matter.
To Nigerians generally, including you and I.
Yeah.
Now, while growing up, I used to know FRC as you even dare not offer them bribe. because you will land yourself in a bigger trouble.
Okay.
Now that it seems that the tune has changed, now there are allegations that drivers have devised means in cahoots with some officers of your agency. They now put, that writer said, where do I put your pride? Now they put it inside passengers' manifest and some other methods like that. Under your watch in Ondo State, if you discover that, what would you do? What mechanisms have you put in place to check this untoward attitude, if indeed they are proven to be true among your officers?
I cannot say that it's wrong. We train them. And this slogan that the highway is very patient, but the highway does not forgive. Yeah, highway is patient, but it doesn't forgive. What we take from the highway take a multi-fold from you. Because if you are collecting bribe from that person that was speeding, and it continues in his day, the blood of those people are on you, who is paid to caution him. So we educate them. Don't do this, don't do that. But if after education, after our thorough training, a young officer, how will I be collecting returns now? No, it is not part of what we are trained to do.
Okay.
And no commanding officer will bear that, will do that. If you collect it, because there is always a process, a control mechanism. I told you. It is not just you are arrested today because the sub bribe, evidence of it to be there. Maybe in your pocket, in the vehicle, or in the radius of that patrol operation. The same money, and the intelligence officer or the surveillance team would just pack the group of the patrol team to the office. Then they would grab them. Then a panel will be formed. We call it federally called disciplinary panel. Yes. At times they will have the latitude to bring a lawyer from the court to come and defend them for fair hearing. Inducted some special measures, in the office. I just left the occasion to this place. We had about 200 people, notable individuals, that came on board, that want to go and join us in the drive to preach it, to enforce it, and to research into it, so that we can bring this incessant death on the road, and it to a halt.